Actually, I won't let you out just yet. G'day, I'm Mark from Self-Sufficient Me, and in this video I want to bring you the cute and also the ugly side of keeping ducks. Let's get into it. Rightio, this morning, oh what? Oh my goodness, there's two ducklings. I tell you what, I fair dinkum only just saw that as I started the camera. What I was going to say to you guys was the three of them are up. The three ducks are up, including the one that's supposed to be sitting on the eggs. So I was going to say, I wonder what happened to those eggs. Is she still sitting on them, or what's going on? But here we go. We've got a couple of little ducklings in here. Oh, how cool is that? Running around with mum. What are you doing? Huh? Finally sitting on some eggs. She's moved her nest from over there, that was in that corner, to here. But it didn't just get back to that corner. She moved it to there first, from there to there. You can still see there's one egg here. I don't know how many's left underneath there. But she moved it from there, and she was sitting there, and then she went to there, and then she went to here. You can't see any evidence of a nest. And now she's gone to there. This is all in a matter of several days. She just seems to keep moving her nest every couple of days, which is odd. Look at this, huffing and puffing. Okay, I'll leave you alone. He's off the nest. Very noisy, very vocal. Wanted to have a drink. I wonder if she'll run straight back on the nest if I go in there. Oh, I hope nothing's happened to the nest. Doesn't seem to be anything nefarious. What's she done? She's buried them, has she? They're buried under here. There you go, she's made this pile, buried them. Has she given up on the eggs and now it's time to get back out? Maybe. Or she's just having a rest. I suppose we'll soon see. Well, it sounds like Mother Duck has gone back onto her eggs. But I did have a look yesterday when you weren't there. I did. And you didn't even know. That egg looks like it's cracked. Well, here we go. She was sitting in this corner for a good week, and now she's moved the eggs to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're missing one egg. She's just out at the moment, having a drink and a wander around, so I thought I'd come in and just check. Where did that... yesterday, I was in here and I was showing a cracked egg, and I was wondering what she was going to do about it. Obviously she's answered my question. But here she is. She's sitting back. It's the next day after I saw her move and she got rid of the cracked one. I don't know where the cracked one went, but she's back on it. You've moved again. Right close to the door now. Can I assume you've lost another egg? Is that the reason why you moved nests? Soon you'll be out the door. Well, she's gone out running again, but look at the mess. She's moved the nest now in the doorway, and she's just left the eggs scattered. So does that mean none of them have survived? Maybe. She's in a state. She's carrying on like a pork chop out there. Making noises, trying to eat. Maybe she's really super hungry. But yeah, so what do we make of that? It's not looking good, is it? Nest sort of looks discarded. Let's see where this duck is now. I can hear her. Okay, she's gone from inside the door to moved over there, and she's off her eggs, and there's one less again. There's 3 in a row, one looking bad on the outside. Okay, 10 minutes later she's back on all 4 of those eggs, so who knows, that purple looking one didn't look too good. I really do need to get in there and organise those little ducklings and mother duck, put them in an isolation area, give them some water, give them some food, and that way then they'll be safe. In the meantime, till I get organised, I'll just throw this water in the pen in just a spot. You go out, you go, go. Come on, Dad. No, not you. You go look after your babies. Right, now I've got her in there with those 2. Perfect. Actually, I should have a look and see what was left of that nest. Right, so here we go. There's the hatch. Or is that one that didn't hatch? No, I think that's a duckling that never made it. So there you go. Never quite made it. Died. That was one of the brown ones that I saw that I thought was buggered. That one obviously never hatched out. So out of all of them, only 2 hatched. She finally went back into that corner. That must be where they've hatched out. Yeah, so that's interesting. What I want to do is put her in there with the 2 ducklings. See that? They've already made another nest. That won't be viable. No one's been sitting on them. So I've got to get them out. Yeah, this will be fine. Old base of a drinking container that I kept. This is going to be just a temporary thing. I'm going to make them a whole different area, and I'll give you some reasons why in a sec as well. So that can go there. And now let's get some food. This isn't a duckling mix, this is just a chicken mix. It'll do for now until I get some proper duckling mix. Did you notice that change of colour from yellow to blue? I'll put them just in the centre there. Where will I put this now? Oh, I just stood on a duck egg. Well, the chickens will clean that up. Okay. There we go. That'll work. She'll make a little nest in there, keep them warm, and they'll be safe in here. I think I'll get Mum first. Let's see how that works out. I'll act like I'm going for the babies, but I'm actually going for her. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Go in there. Even the fun bit. Here's Daddy. Oh, they're cute, aren't they? So cute. There you go, smile for the camera. Oh, aren't they dainty and beautiful? Couple of apple yards. Oh, they even smell nice. Wait till they get a bit older. Ducks. Okay, here you go, Mum. There. Eat and drink. We'll put those eggs in the compost pile, and that should be it. So yeah, it was a fair saga, I have to say. I wasn't sure, like I said, that it was going to happen, but at least she's got two. So that's good, but let's move on to the ugly. I've lost a significant amount of chickens over the last few months, which is, of course, not good by anyone's books. This Drake, he's not trying to mount her, he's trying to bloody hurt her. There's something going on. This fella here is attacking the chickens, and I don't like it. And if he keeps doing it, it'll be bye-bye ducky. And of course, after examining and observing what was going on down here, because you always want to find out what the problem is, it seemed fairly obvious it was the male duck chasing down the weakest chickens and trying to take them out for some reason. The thing is, I never actually saw him doing it. I mean, I had seen the Drake mount the chickens and annoy them, and then the chickens would get away, or I would scare him off, but I actually hadn't seen him kill a chicken. But I suspected that's what was happening, because I was finding the odd dead bird maybe once every 2 weeks outside of the pen. Even though the hens were locked up there with the Drake, there wasn't any deaths inside the pen, which I found a bit perplexing. Anyway, one day recently, I was down in the pen collecting eggs, and this happened. Here it is, and I'm in here. It's a little hawk. That's what it is. And it's hanging around. That's what's been chasing the hens in. Gone now, flew through there. It chased the hens all the way in here. I was just in getting some eggs, and the ducks and the hens all ran in here. I only just released them because I was thinking what was attacking them. So that's what's doing it. A little hawk. And it's willing to come all the way into here. Well, that is interesting. Never seen that before. Not that size, because I was wondering if it was a large hawk or an eagle. Usually the hens are on top of it. I see them coming in, even I can see them coming in, and they find it hard to navigate around the gum trees here. It's difficult, so that they just don't bother. Never had a eagle attack or anything like that. I've seen the eagles come in, but they're just too big. The wingspan's too big to fly around and to navigate and get into the coops. They run straight. They run straight for the shelters or in here. But I didn't anticipate that a small frog hawk, or whatever that is, you guys might be able to give me a better idea. I didn't anticipate that one of them would be knocking off my hens. I thought it might have been the duck, because of all that commotion and problems he's been doing, bullying the birds. And I've read that ducks are able to kill hens, but it hasn't been him. It's been a hawk that's been attacking. A small hawk. You know what some of you are going to say. Mark, get a rooster and that'll stop it. Yeah, probably. It's just that, you know, just don't like roosters. And that's why I decided to put up this tape as a way to see if I could deter the hawk or change behaviour. And I've heard that tape could actually work, this reflective tape. And you can see it in the camera. It is fairly effective at being reflective, isn't it? Well, I've just found another sad discovery. Another dead bird. This one, I know she was killed by the duck because he was chasing her yesterday. I thought she was fine to be able to get away from him, but there's no way she could have been killed by anything else. You can see there's been trauma to the head, and I know that's because that's how the duck has attacked the other birds. She was hopping up here several times. She'd be hopping up here. I'd noticed that when I come down to let the birds out, and now in hindsight I realise that it's probably because of the duck. But outside she would get away from me easy enough because she was light and nimble, and I didn't think much of it. My main concern was the hawk, which we haven't had a hawk attack since. But because she was locked in here, you know, she was locked in this area, nothing could have got her except for the duck. And here he is over there with his mate. I'm going to have to now think of a different way to keep my poultry. It looks like I might have to separate the ducks and the chickens. In light of those events of the drake attacking the hens, or some of the hens, I started thinking there's other things that annoy me about ducks, and that is how messy they are. You can see the duck drinker here. It's just a stinky mess. Every day it needs to be cleaned out. And you can see how I've got the chickens drinker is up and elevated. I do that to keep it away from the ducks, because the ducks not only drink their own water and dunk their heads and snot in it and make it all yucky and throw water and vomit in it or whatever. It's just an awful thing to clean out every day. They also get into the chicken drinkers and muddle and mess them up. Well, they've muddied up that water already. Doesn't take them long, does it? So I'm keen to know what you think. What do you think of my plan? What experience have you had with ducks and chickens? This has never happened to me before, and I've been keeping them for over a decade together. A bit disappointing, bit of a wake-up call. I'm not ignorant to the fact that I know that drakes can be a problem with chickens. I know I've known that for a long time, but it's just never happened. I know that drakes can try to mate with chickens, and that can even kill them. But I'd never seen it. And I'd seen it at so many other places where people keep a mixture of poultry together and it hasn't been a real issue. But it is now. And I've got like a responsible poultry or animal owner, I've got to now make plans to deal with it and fix it up. So I'm going to. But I'd be interested to know your experience, especially those, you know, more hardcore homesteaders than I am. I'm mainly a veggie, fruit and type of growing guy. I don't keep larger animals. We don't have the property size here to be able to do that, and we don't have the regulations. We're not allowed to keep larger animals here anyway. So like pigs and that I'd love to, but we just don't have it. One day maybe we might get some land to be able to do that. But here I am digressing again. Let me know your thoughts down below so I can read them and formulate and maybe even make a better opinion, talking about pigs. That's all, folks. So yeah, write them down, let me know, and hopefully we can get somewhere. Yeah, so that is the cute and the ugly of duck keeping in my experience anyway. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a big, let's not say ugly, let's go cute, thumbs up. You can't deny it. Those little ducklings, they're so cute. And they're the ones that have made it through to the end against all the odds. So I think that's pretty special. Any life is special, and I think that's pretty cool. So anyway, big thumbs up. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Share the video around. Bye for now. Bye for now. Cheers.